You are alone in a room, no one else is there, but something makes you turn around. You do not know why, you just felt it. That feeling that someone is behind you, watching you, tracking your every move. Your heart jumps, your eyes scan the room, nothing, no one, and yet the feeling does not fully go away. That feeling has a name. Scientists call it hypervigilance, and it is one of the oldest survival systems in the human brain. Not a glitch, not anxiety, a feature, one that kept your ancestors alive for 200,000 years, and it is still running inside you right now, whether you want it to or not. Go back 300,000 years. Your ancestors lived in open grasslands, flat, exposed, very few places to hide. Every predator in the environment had eyes: lions, leopards, hyenas. They did not chase, they watched, they waited, they stalked from a distance before you ever knew they were there. The humans who survived were not the strongest. They were the ones who felt watched before they were watched. The ones whose nervous system fired a warning before their eyes confirmed the threat. Neuroscientist Arne Oman at the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm spent decades studying this exact phenomenon. What he found was that the human brain processes threatening stimuli, especially eyes, faces, and predator shapes, faster than any other type of visual information. Before your conscious mind registers what it is seeing, your amygdala has already fired, already sent a signal through your body, already made you tense. The whole process takes less than 100 milliseconds, faster than you can blink. This is why you feel watched before you turn around. Your brain is not imagining things. It is doing exactly what it was built to do: scanning, detecting, warning. The ancestors who ignored that feeling did not pass on their genes. The ones who turned around, who checked, who never fully relaxed in open spaces, those are the ones who survived, and you are descended from them. But it goes deeper than predators. Humans are social animals. For 200,000 years, being watched by other humans was just as dangerous as being watched by a lion. If a rival in your group was watching you with hostility, that was a survival threat. If you were caught doing something the group disapproved of, you could be exiled, and exile for a prehistoric human was a death sentence. You could not survive alone, you needed the group. So your brain evolved a second layer of threat detection specifically designed to monitor social observation, to ask at all times, is someone watching me? What do they think? Are they a threat? Psychologist Michael Argyll at Oxford University studied the power of the human gaze for decades. He found that being looked at by another person triggers a measurable stress response in the body. Heart rate increases, cortisol rises, attention narrows, the body prepares for evaluation, for judgment, for possible threat. This response is involuntary, you cannot turn it off, because for hundreds of thousands of years, being watched by another human always meant something. It was never neutral. It was either a threat, a signal, or a social test. This is why you feel self-conscious when someone stares at you across a room. Why you straighten up when you think a camera might be pointing in your direction. Why you check your behavior when you feel observed. Your brain is not being paranoid, it is running an ancient social threat assessment that has been refined over hundreds of thousands of years of human group living. There is a name for the extreme version of this system. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect. Researcher Thomas Gilovich at Cornell University discovered that people consistently overestimate how much others are watching them, noticing them, judging them. In one famous study, participants were asked to wear an embarrassing t-shirt into a room full of people. They estimated that around 50% of people in the room had noticed their shirt. The real number was closer to 25%. Your brain assumes you are being watched at twice the rate you actually are, not because your brain is broken, because historically it was always safer to assume you were being watched than to assume you were not. Think about what this means. Every time you feel someone's eyes on you in public, every time you check whether someone is looking at you, every time you feel that eerie pull to turn around in an empty room, that is not irrationality. That is a survival system so old it predates language, so old it predates fire. A system so effective that your ancestors relied on it for thousands of generations before a single word was ever spoken about it. And here's the part that changes everything. That system never turned off. You live in cities now, not on open grasslands. The threats are different. The predators are gone. But the surveillance detection system in your brain does not know that. It cannot know that. It is still scanning, still watching for watchers, still firing alerts in empty rooms, still making you feel observed in spaces where no one is looking. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar at Oxford University, best known for his work on social group sizes, has argued that the human brain evolved its large neocortex specifically to manage complex social environments, to track who was watching who, to model the intentions of others, to ask, constantly, what does that person think of me, and what are they likely to do? This social intelligence, this ability to feel the weight of another person's attention, was the engine of human civilization. It is why humans cooperate at scales no other species can match. It is why shame works, why reputation matters, why you feel watched even when you are alone, the next time you feel that pull, that instinct to glance over your shoulder, that tightening in your chest when you walk into a room and feel eyes on you. Understand what is actually happening. Your brain is doing what 200,000 years of survival required it to do. It is protecting you from threats that no longer exist, using systems that are older than civilization itself. You are not paranoid. You are not anxious. You are running ancient software on modern hardware, and that software right now is working exactly as intended.